Okay, so there's just something really satisfying, isn't there? Getting that perfect chrome shine on a model, it just pops.
Oh, absolutely. It really does. That mirror finish is something else.
And I still remember wrestling with those tiny RC side view mirrors, on my old Tamiya Grasshopper. You actually brought that specific example up.
I did, yeah.
So the big question for this deep dive, I guess, is when you're detailing those really minuscule parts, is there anything out there that's genuinely easier than just grabbing a marker, but still gives you that incredible, almost liquid shine? Let's dig into that.
That's a fantastic question. And it really gets to the heart of the whole Chrome challenge. It's always this balancing act, between the brilliance you want, the durability you need, and frankly, the ease of application.
Right. The magic triangle.
Exactly. You pretty much never find one solution that just nails all three perfectly. And something that feels really easy up front, like, say, using a marker, well, it might turn out not so easy down the road if that part needs to survive any kind of handling.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, our mission today is to kind of guide you through the main families of Chrome options available. We'll look at the convenience of markers, sure, but also the more pro finish from airbrush paints, the sort of old school realism of foils, and even touch on some newer stuff like powders.
All right, so thinking easy, those markers like Molotow Liquid Chrome, they immediately spring to mind. I've seen the results online, that crazy liquid mirror effect they get on small bits like headlight buckets.
Yeah.
But if it's that good, what's the catch? Is it really just like drawing on chrome? Seems too simple.
Well, the convenience is amazing, and yes, for small, smooth details, it gives this genuine, high-gloss liquid mirror look. It's pretty stunning, honestly. But, and this is the crucial thing, the big insight here, it's extremely fragile, it's really an ink, not a paint, and it can take weeks, maybe even months, to fully, truly cure.
Months, wow.
Yeah, think of it like, I don't know, wet nail polish, but way more delicate. Handling it too soon, even just a fingerprint, can instantly kill that mirror shine. And forget most clear coats, they usually react with it and destroy the effect too. So yeah, for tiny parts that will sit untouched in a display case, incredible. But it really comes with a strict do not touch policy for a long, long time.
Okay, so that fragility sounds like a huge practical problem, especially if you ever need to handle the model or the part. So if markers are mostly for look, don't touch pieces, how do we step up? For more control, maybe more durability, what's the airbrush standard?
Right, so moving to airbrushing. For years, Alclad II Chrome was basically the name, the benchmark for shine. Its brilliance is just exceptional.
Okay.
But here's the thing you absolutely have to know about Alclad. It is so unforgiving. Think of it like a chrome magnifying glass.
Oh boy.
It will show every single tiny flaw in your prep work underneath. It absolutely demands a perfectly smooth, like polished to a mirror gloss black base coat. Your prep work is the final finish with Alclad.
Wow. That sounds intense. Like a perfectionist's tool, maybe not for the faint of heart or beginners.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is there an airbrush option that's maybe a bit more forgiving? Or something tailored for uses where toughness matters more, like that RC Grasshopper example?
Absolutely. That's where something like AK Interactive's Extreme Metal comes in. It's generally seen as a more robust option.
Okay.
It gives you a good shine, maybe slightly less mirror-like than perfect Alclad, but the key difference is its durability. Once it cures, it's significantly tougher, much more resistant to handling.
Better for parts that might get touched.
Exactly. And then if we're talking specifically RC car bodies, especially the flexible polycarbonate ones, Lexan shells, Spaz Stick's Ultimate Mirror Chrome is kind of the go-to specialist.
Ah, okay. What makes that one special for RC?
The fascinating thing is how it's used. You actually spray it on the inside of the clear body shell.
Inside. Right, so it's protected.
Precisely. Protected from scuffs and crashes. And this is critical. It has to be backed up with a specific black paint layer. That two-step process, applied internally, is what gives it the durability needed for RC bashing.
Gotcha. Okay, so beyond paints and inks, we've got something totally different. Bare metal foil, BMF. That's not paint at all, right?
Not at all. It's literally an ultra-thin sheet of real aluminum with an adhesive back. Think super thin, sticky metal foil.
So what's the big advantage there? Why use foil?
The main pros are, one, you can get perfectly sharp, clean lines between the chrome and the paint next to it, like for window trim on a car model.
I can see that.
And two, it has an authentic metallic look that paint sometimes struggles to replicate. Plus, it's way more durable than the really fragile chrome paints or markers. Great for crisp trim on hard body models.
And a downside.
The downside is it's fiddly. It's a manual skill cutting, burnishing it down takes time and patience. and it's not great for really complex curves or large areas.
Right. And then you mentioned powders. That sounds different.
Yeah, that's kind of the new frontier. Often borrowed from cosmetics, actually, like nail art powders. You burnish this super fine metallic powder onto a surface that's slightly tacky. It can create this unique, almost plated look. It's distinct from paint. But the catch, usually extremely delicate. And like the markers, putting a clear coat over it to protect it often dulls that unique shine right down.
Yeah. So it really does sound like a fundamental trade-off across the board. The shinier it is, the more likely it is to be fragile.
That's exactly it. You've hit on the core dilemma. There's this basic inverse relationship. The closer you get to a true mirror, generally, the more delicate that finish becomes.
Which brings us back to clear coats.
Yeah.
You mentioned they often ruin the shine.
They do. It's the clear coat conundrum.
Yeah.
Most clear coats, especially the solvent-based ones, have solvents that just disrupt the super thin, perfectly aligned layer of pigment that creates the mirror effect. So, poof, goes the shine.
So how do people get durable chrome on, say, real cars or high-end models?
Well, for maximum durability, like on RC cars that take abuse or parts you handle a lot, there's a more advanced technique. It involves using a very gentle barrier coat first, something like Alclad's Aqua Gloss, which is water-based. Let that cure fully.
Okay, gentle shield.
Right, a sacrificial layer. And then you carefully apply a much tougher clear coat over that, often a two-part automotive clear. It's complex, requires careful application, but that's how you can get both shine and serious toughness.
Wow. Okay, that's definitely next level stuff.
Yeah.
And it seems like underneath it all, no matter which method you pick, that base layer is key.
Absolutely non-negotiable. For pretty much all these methods, except maybe the foil, you need a flawless, glass-smooth, high-gloss black base coat. The chrome layer is so thin, it basically just mirrors the surface underneath. Any imperfection in the black, the chrome will magnify it.
So the bottom line for our listener asking about those tiny RC parts,
Yeah.
the best chrome really isn't one size fits all.
Not at all. It completely depends on what you need for your specific project. If you want the absolute highest, most mirror-like shine possible on a small detail that won't be touched, Molotow Liquid Chrome Marker is probably it.
Okay.
If you need crisp, sharp, durable trim on a hard plastic model car, bare metal foil is fantastic for that. If you want a durable airbrush finish on that hard body, AK Extreme Metal is a strong contender.
And for the flexible RC bodies, like the Grasshopper mirrors.
For those Lexan shells, Spaz Stick's Ultimate Mirror Chrome, applied inside and backed correctly, is really the clear leader for combining shine with RC-level toughness.
It really makes you think, though. Maybe the next big breakthrough in chrome finishing won't even come from the usual model paint companies.
That's a really interesting thought. You know, maybe it'll come from enthusiasts borrowing ideas, cross-pollinating from completely different hobbies, like you mentioned, nail art, maybe even high-end graffiti techniques or something totally unexpected. The future could be pretty shiny.